What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Ultimate Rebuild series. Now, we ended the first episode with, say we're going with the Raiders. We're just going to go logically with the worst team, but then I put a poll out because, in reality, even though they have one less win, the 49ers here have less points scored and a lot more points again. So, realistically, they're probably the worst team of the two, and I just, made a poll out there. Giants, Raiders, or 49ers, and overwhelmingly, you guys wanted me to take over the 49ers. So, today, we have new head coach Bobby Bitcoin James. Just bonifies everything about San Francisco. Bitcoin, the tech era, last name's hyphenated, very progressive. So we're going to be trying to take over the San Francisco 49ers here in season 2019, and within a 3-year period, make them a Super Bowl contender. So looking at the roster, now you got to kind of understand that, this is where it gets interesting, because some of these draft picks are developing a lot. So at the quarterback spot, we have Jimmy Garoppolo. He's up to an 87. That's pretty good. That's pretty much staying the course there. We have Jerick McKinnon, 86. Breida, 80. So a decent running back tandem. Juszczyk, one of the best fullbacks. Wide receivers looking kind of weak here. We got Dante Pettis, who was their second-round pick, 82 overall right now. Normal dev trade, nothing too spectacular. So definitely need to target a wide receiver via free agency or in the draft. Kittle's up to an 86 at tight end. That's fine. We got Johnny Manziel's cousin or something, a TE here. Mike McGlinchey moved to left tackle. He's at 83 overall. He's progressing somewhat nicely, and that's usually a spot that we can definitely grow. As you saw with the Cleveland Browns, we can build up O-line like nobody's business. Thompson, Richburg. Okay, well, the good news is our two tackles, Trent Brown and Mike McGlinchey, are looking nice. Pretty much the interior needs to get rebuilt, but we can do that in a draft. Armstead, here's an 81. He's not developing a whole lot. Solomon Thomas up to an 88. I know he has that superstar dev, so that is nice. DeForest Buckner, 91. They got Ed Oliver, the freak of nature, the best. I'll say this. He's the third best defensive player I've ever seen in college football. In their prime. Right now, at the top of my head, number 1, Dominican Sue. Number 2, Ed Oliver. Number 3, give me a prime Honey Badger for LSU. But, oh my God, I forgot we had Ed Oliver. That's sick. We have Fred Warner here, linebacker. He was a draft pick, 77. Reuben Foster up to a 94. That's awesome. We got linebacker court kind of sucks. Richard Sherman still holding nice, 31, 91 overall. We got Weatherspoon, 81. We got Sam Beal. He's a name a lot of you guys will probably hear about next year come draft time. Corner out of Western Michigan, has first-round potential. He's at 78. What's his dev here? Normal dev. Colbert's at 83 at safety. We have Tarts at 86, and our special teams is nothing spectacular. But we do hold the 3rd overall pick, and we got a lot of pieces here to work with. So I'm kind of glad you guys took the Niners, because the Raiders are a little bit older, be a little bit more difficult. However, with the Niners, we should see a lot of playoff appearances. So let's get into the offseason and start building this team. So jumping into the free agency period, a couple big hitters. Again, man, it's one of those things you got to balance it. When we do the realistic rebuild, we get into the funky years, we just try to improve our team as quickly as possible, because there's no point of worrying about our salary cap in the final year. Here, we don't want to make the Niners so overpowered that when we come up with another team, we can't overtake them, but we still want to drastically improve positions. Right now, our starter right outside linebacker is 69. When you have an 89 overall Devondre Campbell, and we had about $50 or so million of cap, you got to try to spend here. So we're the leading getter right now for Campbell. Corey Coleman, why not? Bring him over from the Browns. Would instantly be a starter here. We can move Pettis to wide receiver 2 and then try to hopefully land wide receiver 3 maybe in the draft. Then we're just here looking for a depth quarterback. Let's see if we can sign, hopefully, Corey Coleman and Campbell at least. Very nice. We're able to add both Corey Coleman, 26.83, and Devondre Campbell, 27.89 to our roster. Now let's go dominate the draft. Here we are, post-draft time, and we had a good draft class. This is all real prospects again. Busted my ass to get it done, but you can see some of these familiar names. Alex Leatherwood from Alabama. We got Shaq Quarterman from Miami. Jacob Eason transferred to Washington. The Ravens, Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's an 82 overall. The Raiders for the first overall pick got C.J. Henderson, the corner from Florida, 82 overall, as well as the running back from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. A bunch of teams had solid drafts. Caleb Kelly, Isaac Nata going to the Green Bay Packers. The Jets got Michael Jordan, the tackle, not the other athlete. Giants had one of the best picks of the draft, 82 overall outside linebacker at 2, Anfernee Jennings from Alabama. But looking at our 49ers here, we got CeeDee Lamb, Baker Mayfield's top target from Oklahoma, 81 overall. We desperately need a cornerback help, so we made a great investment. Quick dev at number 3. We got Nate Herbig from Stanford. He's a 76. We also, in this 6th round, get a 79 tackle with a quick dev who we made Jawan Taylor from the Florida Gators. Well, look at that. A very solid draft class. We need to get more depth and some upgrades on the offensive line and a wide receiver, and we accomplished all these things. So let's get into our first of 3 years of rebuilds. So let's get ready for our first season. Just a quick reminder of what our offense is looking like. Now we got all B's here at wide receiver. McKinnon 86, Garoppolo 87, George Kittle 86. Offensive line, Herbig will be starting. He was our second round pick. We got Trent Brown and McGlinchey at the tackle spot. Not, an all right offensive line. Definitely work in progress. On the defensive side here, our front 4 is pretty damn solid. All loaded with first round talents. Eric Armstead, we get Ed Oliver, 86 overall, entering his second year, superstar depth trait, actually an 88. Monster, absolute monster. Buckner's a 91, Solomon Thomas an 88. We still got Richard Sherman here, Witherspoon, Jaquiski Tart, Reuben Foster's a 94 overall with a quick dev. Campbell here, 89, Colbert 83. We got Cam Smith from USC, I forgot to put him here. Superstar dev. What's your dev, Fred Warner? Okay, we're going to move, because we're running a 4-3, we're going to move Cameron Smith here to left outside linebacker so he can, take advantage of that superstar dev trait. Let's get into the season. Here we are at contract time. It's going to be a very expensive contract time. We have Reuben Foster, Richard Sherman, Solomon Thomas, George Kittle, Adrian Colbert, Akila Witherspoon. Cool, Juszczyk's gone. I mean, fullbacks have zero influence really in the sim. And we only have, I think we have roughly $50 million, almost $60 million. Okay, $55 million with a cap. So we should be able to re-sign all of these guys. And usually I don't want to, especially with this salary, but I want the free agency pool to be nice because spread the wealth. We don't have any cover whatsoever at any of these positions, especially corner. Like Richard Sherman would be the big one that you think about maybe moving on from because he's 31. We still not have any cornerback depth whatsoever. Same goes with the defensive front. So we're gonna try our best to re-sign all of these dudes. Let's see right here. Let's go right there real quick. Reuben Foster, we'll give them, usually I like to give them base deals and see if they want to return. It's a good starting point. All right, 0-2. Solomon Thomas, come on. There we go. We got Solomon Thomas. We got George Kittle. Oh, go fuck yourself. Colbert, come on. You're like a 7th round pick. Show some initiative. There we go. You better heal. Keelan Witherspoon, second corner. Not developing. Okay, great. So we hit on 2 out of like 6. Not a good ratio. We'll be back to negotiate next week. And at the end of year number 1, yeah, didn't make the playoffs. Didn't make the playoffs. We finished with an 8-8 record though. They were 4-12 the year before, so doubled their wins. It's an immediate impact here felt from head coach Bobby Bitcoin James. Looking at our stats on the season, I already know something I messed up. We'll talk about that in a second. Jimmy Garoppolo, 3,500 yards, 33 TDs, 15 picks. That's acceptable. Turnovers are a little bit high there, but anytime you get 30-plus touchdowns from a quarterback, you're happy. Run the ball, 1,300 yards, 10 TDs from Jerick McKinnon. I think he also had, look at that, 335 receiving yards, 3 TDs. So what's that? That's we'll say 1,700 yards, 13 total TDs. That's baller status. CD Lamb was a rookie, 62 catches, 675 yards, 7 TDs. We got 700 yards, 6 TDs from our free agency pickup, Corey Coleman, 606 from George Kittle, 900, almost 1,008 from Dante Pettis, starting to grow his wings here a little bit in the 49er offense. Richburg went the whole season without giving up a sack. Shout out to him. On the defensive side of things, though, we run in a 4-3, but we had the San Francisco playbook, and I should have known that the San Francisco playbook is just going to be like majority a 4-3 defense. So it's like, why is my backup linebacker getting this many tackles? So that's kind of on me. But ultimately, Reuben Foster, 134 tackles, 2 sacks, 5 picks. Insane, 114 and 5 picks here from Jaquiski Tart, 101, 2 sacks from Fred Warner. Didn't get a lot of sacks, though, because the playbook's all messed up. Devondre Campbell got 6. Solomon Thomas got 6. Cam Smith got 4. Buckner got 4. Like I said, when I saw that Ed Oliver got half a sack and 1 tackle, I was like, why is our now 92 overall D tackle developing but not playing? And that's why. On the interception front, we got 5 picks here from Foster, 5 from Jaquiski Tart, 4 from Richard Sherman, and a couple singles. Quickly looking at the awards, more so for the rookie side of things. MVP went to Shawn Watson. For the NFC Offensive Player of the Year, went to Josh Rosen. There you go. Starting to see a little bit of production there. Fortunately, oh my God. Drew Lock here with the same. Defensive Player of the Year went to Leighton Vander Esch. Reuben Foster coming in at number 6. Very nice. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Marquise Brown on the Dallas Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb coming in at number 3. Najee Harris with the Cardinals coming in at 4. Isaac Nata at 5. Henry Ruggs at 6. Alex Hornibrook, the backup in Atlanta, number 7. T. Higgins, Seattle, number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Anthony Jennings on the Giants. Caleb Kelly, we got Troy Dye, Chase Lucas, Chauncey Gardner, Kaliki Hudson, Julian Blackman, Lavert Hill, Terrell Lewis. Everyone except the Stokes guy is an actual rookie, so that was always nice to see. That my hard work didn't go unnoticed. But unfortunately, with a gimped up scheme, we still came 8-8, which means going towards next season, now that the playbook and everything has been rectified, we're going to be able to fully unleash the strength and the monster that is known as Ed Oliver, along with DeForest Buckner. Let's do some damn damage. Get into the offseason. Quick peek at the Super Bowl, the absolute shootout. The Seattle Seahawks knock out the Pittsburgh Steelers 49-34. The Legion of Boom has recouped very nice. Russell Wilson, 14 Ds on the day. Utterly flawless. So shout out to them for once again being dominant once again in the NFC. Very nice. We landed Mr. Dan Feeney. Like I said, not the biggest draft class, but when you assume the players that we were able to retain, George Kittle, I think we had Reuben Foster was another one, Adrian Colbert. It's a stacked class when you put it that way. Draft time. Before we modify these guys up, because I think this actually might be the last episode with real college prospects in it, because after then we'll just be going to creative guys. Yeah, you always got to get, show off when you get fully torqued from a draft class. So in the first round, it picked 17, 83 quick corner. Okay. Second round, 17, 76 superstar center. Okay. Third round, 79 superstar tight end. Okay. Fourth round, 80 overall. Oh, right guard. And then we also got the fullback cheese a little bit with the 77 fullback late, replacing Juszczyk. What a draft. All right, so here we are post-draft, and, good, we got some good players. So, as you would have saw before the edit, now we have Patrick Surtain Jr., the corner from Alabama, Ben Petruglia, one of the top centers from Boston College, Colby Parkinson, tight end from Stanford, Wyatt Davis, guard from Ohio State, and that pretty much does it. Actually, we have Brandon Ruiz, who's one of the top freshman kickers in college football. So, welcome to the squad. A couple big-name QBs went off. I can't remember what teams they were respectively off the top of my head, but we saw a couple big ones. See if I can find them here. There you go. The New England Patriots getting the replacement for Tom Brady. Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, 79 overall. We also got B.J. Foster, the safety from Texas. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Equanimeous' probably more talented brother, 83 overall to the Raiders. Good God. Monster. Let's see here. Jamoy Sawyer, Trey Smith, Justin Dedich. Justin Fields, very talented quarterback from Georgia, going to the Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota era, pretty much done. That could be another team for a rebuild. And I remember there's one more QB. Let's just quickly go through here and see if I can find him. If not, he's right there. Emory Jones going to the Chargers. If you watched my upcoming video, spoiler, this weekend, Florida Gators rebuild, you'll find all about Emory Jones here. But yeah, really solid draft class. Ultimately, they'll focus on the 49ers. Home run, one of the better draft classes we've had in recent memory. So let's pop into year number 2 and get this rebuild finally actually underway with influence from me. So as we enter year number 2, team's looking much more stacked. And with me properly fixing the playbook, I expect us to get at least 10 wins. Garoppolo's an 89, McKinnon 85. All of our wide receivers 83, 84 respectively. Kittle's up to an 88. Offensive line is all in the B's now. McGlinchey 83, Wyatt Davis the rookie 80, Wishburg 83, Feeney our only free agency signing 84, and Trent Brown here with an 86. On the defensive side, however, now that they're going to have them all on the field at the same time, more importantly, DeForest Buckner, Ed Oliver, and Solomon Thomas. Richard Sherman's an 89. Certain will be starting as the other outside corner as a rookie 83. Tart 86, Colbert 84. Look at this linebacker core. Cam Smith 86. Reuben Foster, 94. Devondre Campbell, 90. Fully expecting a playoff push. Let's be disappointed in just a couple seconds' time. At 6-1 in the midseason, that's exactly the kind of turnaround I want to see. Lloyd, a free agency signing, again, pretty much just going to keep renting out Richard Sherman on a one-year deal. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's the franchise, $101 million. Even though at 29, that's kind of expensive, but it's the market. Dante Pettis and Mike McGlinchey both need to come back. Outside of that, we're going to be able to save a couple bucks and maybe be able to get one more big key player via free agency. All right, so the catastrophic way to end the season. Jimmy Garoppolo wants to test out free agency. Since it's a 3-year rebuild, we only have 1 year left. I'm going to franchise tag him. But we 10-6 were last in the division and didn't get into the playoffs. That's ridiculous. The most competitive Cardinals. Who'd have thought Josh Rosen would have been any damn good, huh? The goddamn NFC West. Look at that. All these teams are really good. Oh, man. Well, that sucks. The way she goes, I guess. Looking at her stats on the season. Jimmy Garoppolo, 4,000 passing yards, 33 TDs, 16 picks. So pretty much right in line with what he did last year. Jerick McKinnon, 1,400 yards, 10 TDs. He's actually playing really well in the sim. Receiving, we got 86 catches for 800 yards, 8 TDs for Corey Coleman. CD Lamb, 78 catches, 1,000 yards. We're on that up to 1,100 yards. And 12 TDs. We got 1,000 yards, 5 TDs here from Dante Pettis as well. Kittle, all right. McKinnon, decent. On the defensive side of things, we got 116 tackles from Reuben Foster. 2 picks and a sack. 115 tackles, 3 sacks, and a pick from Devondre Campbell. Now that we actually have our players playing the proper positions, Eric Armstead, 13.5 sacks. Buckner, 11.5. Solomon Thomas, 6. Ed Oliver only getting 2 is ridiculous, but 10 tackles for loss, second on the team. Ed Oliver's a freak. Don't let this Madden skew it. Ed Oliver is going to be taking the league over by storm. Secondary, we have 3 picks. Colbert, Sherman, 2 from Foster, 2 from Tart. All those things pretty successful. And again, 10-6. It's tough when 10-6 is last in your division. It's the way she goes, I guess. Josh Rosen won the MVP award. The Cardinals had the best record. That makes sense. Drew Lock there. We got Baker Mayfield. For the NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Rodgers. See if we had anyone here. Unfortunately, did not. Defensive Player of the Year. Come on, frick off. Frick off. Leave me alone to record it. There we go. Reuben Foster coming in at number 8. No creative players. Oh, no creative players. Leighton Vander Esch won it. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kasim Hill with the Eagles. New quarterback there. They got Zamir White 1 and 2. Kasim Hill and Zamir White. Justin Shorter. Colby Parkinson, our guy, coming in number 8. Jerry Jeudy, number 9. And a couple other creative guys mixed in. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to David Reese, Florida Gators. For the Panthers, Anthony Hines at 2. Our guy Certain at 3. Delpit, Deatheridge, Marco Wilson, Marvin Wilson, Josiah Scott, and a couple creative guys. But ultimately, I love it when I see the creative rookies show up there because it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to edit all the draft classes before I can start a brand new season here. So yeah, we're going to have to franchise tag Jimmy G, which is not going to give us a whole lot of luxury to improve this team via free agency, but we got 30,000 XP, bunch of XP on the offensive line. This is going to be a good push, a good time to be going into your third and final year, because it is going to be the best season, the best team we've put forth. So let's get into the offseason. All right, so the draft has concluded. We were unable to sign anyone in free agency. Actually, we had to cut right tackle Trent Brown to get under the salary cap because we had to franchise tag Jimmy Garoppolo. So that sucked. But looking at our draft here, what I did, though, because, no one knows any of these prospects right now. These are guys that are just committing from high school. I just went with most of the 5-star players that are still there. So we drafted a running back to get depth beyond Jerick McKinnon. And we got Quavarius Crouch from Clemson, 80 overall. This guy looks like he's an absolute monster. 6'2", 230 coming out of high school. So he has that superstar dev. Better believe we got that superstar dev running back, baby. We get a 76 right guard here, normal dev. All in all, though, not a spectacular draft for us for the 49ers. A couple of popular names you might know about. Number 1 overall was Kayvon Thibodeau, who went to USC. He's probably the number 1 recruit in high school coming out right now. This is the greatest name of all time. A committed safety to Texas. DeMarvion Overshown, 79 overall, superstar there for the Seahawks. Let's see if anyone. Jadon Hazelwood, regarded as probably the top wide receiver in this year's draft class. 81 overall there for the Detroit Lions. Keem Dent, top corner. I did a bunch of them. We got Bo Nix, the quarterback. It's still tough. Like, this is a draft class that there's not a lot that jumps right off the board. Derek Stinley, a corner. Grant Gunnell's probably the number 1 QB from the class. He going to the Minnesota Vikings, 78 overall. Normal dev, 79. Savion Jackson, 80. Jacob Benz from UCLA, 81. And a couple other dudes. But ultimately, it's all about the Niners. And Quavarius Crouch being the number 2 should be nice in the sim with Jerick McKinnon. That being said, fellas, it is now time to pop into our third and final year. And much like the Cleveland Browns, let's try to make a playoff push in the final season. But win or lose, like the Browns, we definitely have set up the 49ers. Well, I mean, their salary cap sucks, but their team has been built up that they should be able to be fine and, you know, step on their own 2 feet once we move on to our next team. All right, so as we enter our final season with the 49ers, look, we hooked them up long term. McKinnon's starting to regress. We got them a superstar running back here. Pettis actually is regressing a little bit too, but CeeDee Lamb's up to a 90. We have Garoppolo 89. Kittle's an 88. Offensive line looking, just getting slightly stronger. Nothing too drastic, but Juwan Taylor has taken over for Trent Brown. You know, it made sense. He was a superstar dev. Oh, he lost it! He was a superstar dev tackle. That's now a quick. I'm pretty sure. He might have always been a quick, but I feel like he was a superstar. They have been known to lose their dev traits every now and again. On the defensive side here, we got Ed Oliver and DeForest Buckner. Again, this front is just sick. We got Sherman still on a rental. That's pretty much the only thing we didn't really accomplish here with the 49ers, and that is, you know, convincingly establish Richard Sherman's replacement. But Certain could very well be that guy, and you got 2 80s here in Witherspoon and Beal, and our linebacking core is absolutely filthy. Campbell is starting to regress a little bit, but Foster's a 95. And hell, we've come in, we took Cam Smith from a depth linebacker and made him an 86 overall outside linebacker. So you're welcome, 49ers. So let's go. We're starting with the team that we sandbagged. If you're a Raiders fan, we said we're going to do it for episode 2. We didn't actually. So let's see if we can start the season out with a win and, more importantly, make a playoff push. Here we are at season's end. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing to see. That means you made the playoffs. It's Deshaun Watson. As you can tell, they made, I think that's his 5th goddamn MVP award since we've done this series. But we are in the playoffs, 12-4, lead dogs in the NFC West. 2 more wins than what we had last season, and it just looks like the NFC West isn't as good. Jesus, did the Cardinals lose Rosen or what? They were best team in the league last year. Looking at our stats here. Jimmy Garoppolo on the season, 3,600 yards, 24 TDs, 14 picks. Again, contract talks have stalled, so I'm going to let him free agency. He's not my headache anymore. And that's not that best. That's not that good of a year from Jimmy Garoppolo. Running the ball, we got 1,400 yards, 17 TDs from Jerick McKinnon, 614 here from Crouch. So that is a lethal 2-headed running back attack. Receiving, we got 76 catches. No, we'll round that up to 1,000 yards and 5 TDs from CeeDee Lamb, 940 and 7 from Pettis, 560 and 7 from Corey Coleman, 503 here from Kittle. And on the defensive side of things, 107 tackles from Reuben Foster. We got 9.5 sacks Solomon Thomas, 9 from DeForest Buckner, 13 tackles from Watson as well, 7.5 sacks from Ed Oliver, 6 from Eric Armstead. So that front 4 is getting the damn job done. We got 5 picks from Devontae Campbell, 4 from Foster, 3 from Tyrant, 3 from Certain, 3 from Colbert, and 2 from Old Man Richard Sherman. Doing a quick look here at the Yearly Awards MVP. Once again, goes to Deshaun Watson. Baker Mayfield, the runner-up. Justin Fields down there in Tennessee. He's going off. Drew Lock. Carson. Oh, Jerick McKinnon. Look at that. Beautiful. Coming in at number 9 in the MVP race. And the NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Todd Gurley. McKinnon coming in at number 3. Oh my God. Look at that rookie. Grant Gunnell coming in at number 7. Okay. I see you. Defensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Donald. Do we have anyone? Reuben Foster coming in at number 5. There's Shaq Quarterman. David Reese. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Grant Gunnell. Quavarius Crouch coming in at number 2. Hazelwood at 3. Bo Nix at 4. I think all these other guys are created. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Zach Harrison, actual player. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kayvon Thibodeau at number 2. Chris Steele at 3. Keem Dent at 6. And Xavier Thomas at 10, and the rest of those guys in between were all mixed up. So, at least, you know, third and final you here with the 49ers. We know that we're well on our way to the playoffs. We'll find out who we're playing. We're going to jump in, and we're going to see just how well this team can play. All right, up here on the 1, we're going up against the Eagles, so you know it pains me to do anything against them. But there we go. Wide open to McKinnon. Too easy. GG no reason. That old man. Malcolm Jenkins still out there? No, it's not. That's Sid Jones. Come on, Sid Jones. You got to cover better than that. I'll fit that in right there. CeeDee Lamb. Too easy. Carving up this Philadelphia Eagles secondary. Man, Jimmy G's actually pretty nice. All right, 3rd and inches from the 3. He tried running it. Wasn't working. Let's go here. Hopefully not another interception. Oh, there we go. To Furio. Greatest name ever. Black Italian. Like Mario Balotelli gets the touchdown. Niners up 28-16. Alright, we're just going to sim this one out. We should be able to secure the victory. Currently up 35-16 against my beloved Eagles. Oh, they're closing the gap here a little bit. There's a chance. No, we got it. There we go. We're probably going to have a pretty audacious stat line here for Jimmy Garoppolo when we take a peek. 380 yards, 5 TDs, going up against rookie Kasim Hill from Maryland. It was one hell of a battle, but 42-30 were the better. And just like that, we're going to the NFC Championship. Let's get it. Oh, between them, CeeDee Lamb goes in for the go-ahead touchdown, silencing the crowd here in New Orleans. All right, here we are in the red zone, down 7, trying to equalize here in the fourth quarter. Run game has not worked whatsoever. I'm going to be completely honest with you. We've been getting pooped on in the red zone, and Jimmy Garoppolo has -7 throwing the run. I can tell you that. 10-24 on the day. Bitcoin James is not happy with this team right now. I feel like, why not? Let's go C4 special right now. It might work. Now might be the time. I always feel like every time I do a newish series, new people might be watching. They're like, what is this C4 special stuff? It's a toss to the left. It's not a toss to the left. It doesn't work. And it doesn't work all the time. It works 99% of the time, about 70% of the time. Last year in Madden 17, it was my unstoppable go-to play. They nerfed it here. They found out I was getting a lot of enjoyment from it. And they said, well, unless you open this in a pack opening, we're not going to let you have a lot of fun. So they make it so it's less successful, but it was successful on that occasion. The Tyler's ball game up at 17. Jerick McKinnon in for the TD. Oh, let's go, Corey Coleman! Corey Coleman with 20 seconds on the clock. Are the Saints gonna suffer late playoff defeat on the final drive? I was just shitting on Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the run too, and that was an excellent pass. Oh my God, we're gonna have up 4 with 20 seconds to go. And there we go. Sad Sean Payton says it all. The 49ers are going back to the Super Bowl, baby. 220 yards, 2 TDs. Even though I had frustration with CeeDee Lamb because he had 4 drops, still had 5 catches for 100 yards. Nothing more important than that Corey Coleman touchdown. Looked like kind of a meh free agency signing. Didn't come out of nowhere to make a big play, but we're headed towards the Super Bowl, fellas. Episode 2, winning a Super Bowl, that's just C4 things. All right, so here we are in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. I feel like it's fair that we just play the Papa Bear role, and if you don't know what that is, basically we're a Super Sim, and if we need to come in and step in, we will do so, but ultimately I want my team building to speak for itself, even though, I did play for us to get here. 3-3 ball game. Let's go. Big field goal. Exchanging field goals here. And then there goes the Patriots getting their first touchdown. Come on. There we go. Equalizer. We missed the field goal. What is this, patch? Before the first release of this Madden game where everything in Sim was a missed extra point. 2010, 10-point lead. Oh my God, let's go! 27-10! I'm feeling good. Oh, no. No. Third down. Red zone. Punch it away. I'm coming in right now. I want to win the Super Bowl. Sure, it's earlier on, but I feel like we deserve it. So we're going to hit them 3rd and 2. FL drive. Corey Coleman was a hero last game. Maybe he has that run of form. That's exactly what we need. Will he get open? Oh, there we go. Moving the chains. Make them burn their final timeout. Let's not Bill Belichick. And there we go. Let the Sim do the rest. Oh, my God. That game was way too damn close, but we still got the Super Bowl, baby. 34-31. Jimmy Garoppolo. CeeDee Lamb. Ed Oliver. DeForest Buckner. Reuben Foster. These are your new legends. These are new Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Dwight White. Dwight White? Is that it? Tight end? Modal? I don't know anyone from that defense outside of Ronnie Lott. But there you go. Trevor Lawrence, young Trevor Lawrence. As a straight up, I said in my NCAA Dino series, he's the greatest high school prospect ever. As a rookie, leads the Patriots to the Super Bowl. Just falling short to the superior San Francisco 49ers from the superior NFC conference. But there you go, fellas. We won the Super Bowl here with the 49ers as per your suggestion. So I'm actually recording this like a couple hours before you see it because I got lazy and I didn't pre-schedule it. So let me know in the video description what team you want to see next, because probably tonight, probably a couple hours after this video drops, I'm going to start recording episode 3. So the team that has the most likes will be the team that we move to. It could be the worst team that you could think of right now in this scenario. It could be the best team. It could be any team. I feel like we should just go random for the most part. But Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button if you guys are digging this Ultimate Rebuild series. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out. Actually, to give you guys a quick idea, pick one of these teams. Between the Dolphins, Lions, Bucks, Broncos, Giants, and Cardinals. So we have a juicy opportunity here with Josh Rosen and the Cardinals. Juicy opportunity here with Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And then a couple of these teams. But ideally, try to keep it here unless one of the most popular teams is outside of this. And I guess I'll be a man of the people, and we'll do that. Now, it's actual time to say peace out.